Has the White House given up? Our president says, yup. On Wednesday, as the average price of gas climbs to $5, President Biden basically shrugged, admitting food and gas prices won't be coming back to earth anytime soon. Wow, if only there was someone who could do something about that. I don't know, like maybe the president.
There's a lot going on right now, but the idea we're going to be able to, click a switch, bring down the cost of gasoline is not likely in the near term, nor is it with regard to food.
Gee whiz, Joe, no one expected there to be a switch. Just a White House that saw these problems coming and instead of killing pipelines, actually creating more and not less fuel. And that was said in an event meant to highlight the action Biden's taking to reverse the baby formula shortage, something he should care about since he's about 6 months away from being a regular customer. But even there, he admits he was AWOL, even though he was warned ahead of time.
The question is whether or not there was this could have been moved quicker. I don't think anyone anticipated the impact of the shutdown of one facility in the Apple facility.
Did the CEOs just tell you that they understood it would have a very big impact?
They did, but I didn't.
God help us. What an irony. Our babies are relying on an infantile adult. At least he didn't say there wasn't a switch to turn on the baby formula pipeline. But if there was, he'd probably shut it down. Time to wean ourselves off baby formula. Meanwhile, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen admits she also effed up.
I think I was wrong then about the path that inflation would take. As I mentioned, there have been unanticipated and large shocks to the economy. I at the time didn't fully understand, but we recognize that now.
Well, better late than never. She wasn't so hot, I demand she be fired.
A sexist would say.
Anything to add, Joe?
All right, some of these things, that formula thing, I mean, I don't know about that. Look, they say there's not enough formula. Maybe there's too many babies. Did you ever think of that? Right? What are all these babies doing? And, what do they do anyway? I mean, they can't do anything. They can't protest. They can't vote for me. They can't pay taxes. I mean, come on. And they're getting older, so pretty soon they're not going to need that, drink that stuff, so problem solved.
So life is gonna suck, and we can't even get excited about summer movie season because now there's also a popcorn shortage. So get used to seeing stuff like this.
Wow, I can only imagine how much popcorn's gonna be with all the shortages.
Don't worry. How bad can it be?
Hi guys, what can I get for you?
Large popcorn.
Sorry, we just have one size.
How much?
That'll be $2.
Oh, all right. In that case, we will take 2.
There you are. Enjoy.
Thank you. I'm still hungry. Aren't you hungry?
Uh-huh. Wow, I can only imagine how much popcorn's gonna be with all the shortages.
Nice. Tyrus, now it's popcorn.
It's
Armageddon. Are we heading towards Armageddon?
No, our dear sweet president, I think if he thinks he whispers, they'll stop asking questions. So my kids do that. Like,
yeah.
Who broke the hooky? Well, we see what happened with it. And that's what happened.
Kaylee? Clearly, this administration hates babies, but it feels like children are in charge.
It does feel like
children are in charge.
Yes.
And they hate babies, too. I would, too. If I was a child.
Hey, and our president may be the biggest child of them all. A White House aide told CNN a little before we came to air. He has to speak about various serious things, and you can't do that while getting ice cream. So this is what a White House aide is saying about the president, who, by the way, his press secretary, Psaki, tries to clean up the mess, says, we've been working on this for months. New press secretary comes in, Karine Jean-Pierre, KJP. She says, we've been working on this since day one. And then Biden's like, oh, they didn't tell me till April. What?
Yes.
Your White House is trying to cover for you, and you're like the robber who tells on yourself. Like, that's a lie. I mean...
Kat, as a financial expert yourself, and congratulations on the new FBN show, Kat Knows Finances.
I think people would watch that.
They would watch that.
They'd get advice they wouldn't get anywhere else.
That is true. What do you make of this? Are you worried at all? You love baby formula. And popcorn. Sometimes you'll just put baby formula and popcorn in a blender, won't you?
You know me so well. Yeah, I mean, but obviously you can predict this, and I'm not that upset about this as I am just, you know, the existence of the Fed.
Yeah.
What causes all of this, because humans are going to get it wrong and humans are going to make mistakes, so we shouldn't have them trying to control the market because they can't.
All right, Rand Paul Jr. Or is it Ron Paul Jr.?
That was more Ron. He was like the good one.
Ron Paul Jr. He was the good one?
He was the one who was like an actual libertarian.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Nerd. Such a nerd.
I'll take that over a heroin user.
All right. You can be both. Reach for the stars, Kat. Last word to you, Chris. What say you?
Has there ever been a White House where the president is less interested in doing the job?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, I hate to be the person who says, can you imagine if Trump? But can you imagine Trump standing before the American people and saying, nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
No one told me. Didn't know.
This COVID thing, where'd it come from?
Just gonna be, what do you say? Like, no. By the way, he would have had all the baby formula makers march their butts into the White House and would have said, what do we got to do to ramp up production tomorrow? You tell me now what you're gonna do.
He would have been like this. He goes, got the baby formula. It's the best baby formula ever.
There would be Trump baby formula.
This would be the Trump baby formula.
A lot of people talking about it.
A lot of people are talking about it.
Many people are saying.
The babies love it.
Can I get my old job back?
Yes.
This is like deja vu.
Yes. The babies, they can't stop talking about it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.